Imagine Shonda Rhimes, the queen of TV drama, sitting at her kitchen table in LA, surrounded by her usual mountain of work, scripts, calls, meetings. She's just whispered a radical promise to herself. This year I'm saying yes. Not grudgingly, not reluctantly, but boldly, gleefully, like it's a secret weapon. That tiny, mighty word yes cracks open her life in ways she never expected. What exactly happens when you flirt with yes? Ready to find out. Shonda's year starts with a simple dare: say yes to actions she'd normally dodge. It's a jump into discomfort that feels like tumbling down a rabbit hole. In January, Shonda reluctantly accepts a last-minute invitation to a New Year's party, something she'd usually decline to guard her time. Once there, she meets strangers who inspire new TV ideas and rekindles her excitement for life. This single yes breaks her self-imposed isolation and sprints open a door to creativity she'd shut for years. Saying yes isn't luck, it's a skill. Think of it like working out your yes muscle. Each small decision strengthens your confidence, making the next no-brainer. It's like learning to swim in the deep end, awkward at first, but soon you're gliding and loving the water, not fearing the splash. The payoff: by spring, Shonda notices she's no longer that hermit avoiding invitations or new projects. Instead, she feels alive, emboldened by all these tiny yesies. She's not just surviving her schedule, she's thriving, dramatically rewriting what's possible by welcoming action over avoidance. Next, Shonda confronts a cliché she once loathed: asking for help. Saying yes to support feels like admitting vulnerability, and that's scary. But her story flips that fear on its head. In March, overwhelmed by work and motherhood, Shonda finally says yes to her assistant's repeated offers to lighten her load. It's a simple act, granting permission, but it shifts her from drowning to breathing. She realizes her legendary productivity wasn't about solo hustle, but about letting others step in. Think of help like a bridge. It's not about weakness but connection. When you accept help, you open a path across your challenges instead of trying to leap vast gaps alone. This changes your journey from exhausting to sustainable, quickening your pace. This yes reshaped Shonda's world. Suddenly, colleagues and friends responded to her openness with generosity. Doors she thought were closed cracked open through shared effort, reminding us all, help is a superpower, not a setback. By mid-year, Shonda stares down her harshest critic, herself. Saying yes to her true self means embracing flaws and gifts without filters or apologies. This is where the story hits its most profound beat. In July, after months of forced yeses, Shonda looks in the mirror and decides to fully embrace her quirks, anxieties, and boldness alike. She journals candid entries about her fears and triumphs, shedding masks worn decades. This act of yes to her raw self sets off a creative and emotional liberation. Imagine self-acceptance as armor forged in fire. Instead of hiding scars, you brandish them with pride. They show battle-earned wisdom. Saying yes here is a radical act against a culture that profits from self-doubt and conformity. The surprise: this brutal honesty didn't make her vulnerable, it made her unstoppable. Audiences connected deeper, her work soared in authenticity, and she felt lighter, freer. Saying yes to you is the ultimate power play, turning perfectionism inside out. Remember Shonda sitting at that kitchen table promising to say yes. That tiny word cracked open her tightly scripted life and made space for wild possibility. Your turn. Pick one thing today you'd usually say no to and say yes instead. Write it down, 5 minutes max. Watch doors start cracking open. Because yes isn't just a word, it's the spark that sets your whole world on fire. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.